Shout my hip hop since 1987 niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
What's good? It's your girl Armani Caesar, tapping in from Griselda Records, and I'm here with Hip Hop since 1987.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Milan, staff member from Hip Hop since 1987, and like she said, I'm talking to Armani Caesar. Hey, girl.
Hey.
How has this quarantine been for you?
It's been a gift and a curse. I feel like, we switched gears a little bit and, plans have changed, but I think that everything happens for a reason. Like, we still been working, we still been moving. I have been getting a lot of rest, but I still, I'm able to work and do it from home, work on different projects and, just find a different way. But the hustle don't stop.
What have you been doing to be productive? Because you definitely just got signed in March, and that's when all of this started popping up. So, what have you been doing?
Well, originally when I did get signed, we had like a whole press run that we were supposed to do and all of that stuff. But literally the world just shut down. So I had to start doing like interviews over the computer. Is everything okay with the internet?
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to start doing interviews over the computer. I ended up setting up a recording studio in my actual house and just making sure that like I stayed tapped in with my fans. Everybody was going through a hard time, so I wanted to make sure that I was donating. So I did a few donating days where I just did like Black owned businesses, and then I did one before that when I was just giving away money and supplies to people that needed it during that time, because people were still trying to struggle and figure out how they were gonna pay their bills, and so I just wanted to be a help to my community as well as just like stay sharp and keep working and stuff like that, but also get some rest for myself because I was working really hard before that.
Yeah, clearly you done got signed to Griselda under Rock Nation. You were working hard. And how was the reaction? Like, what was your reaction when you got the good news?
It really wasn't a reaction because it was like I had already been in contact with West for so long. Like, that's like my family. We have been, I started off with them. So it really wasn't like a huge transition. It was just more or less like, let's just get this paperwork signed so we can make this money.
Yeah, get the bag.
Exactly.
I'm happy for you. And what inspired you to begin creating music?
Music is just like in my blood. Like everybody in my immediate family is associated with music in some way, shape, or form. So whether it be, like my uncle being a DJ, my grandmother, she's a hip hop head, my mom, she was young, so it was like she always had like all the newest CDs or whatever, and I would just be soaking all of that up. I love music, like, since I was a baby, so it just kind of came naturally.
And at what point did you want to take it seriously? Because I feel like being an artist is like being an entrepreneur. If I'm not mistaken, you own a store, right? Like a boutique?
Yes, Armani's Closet.
Right.
Yep.
So like being an artist is like being an entrepreneur at the end of the day. So at what point in time did you say to yourself like, damn, I need to make money off this shit?
Well, my first time actually like going to record in a real studio was when I met Benny and Conway, and they
coming, nigga.
Right. I met them at Buff City Records, and I was a teenager, and it was fun, but I did know that it was definitely money attached to it, like as far as like getting paid for shows and people wanting you to do appearances and stuff like that. So it was kind of like I probably took it serious when I was like maybe 16, 17. Like I knew like that was something that I really wanted to do. And then it was like from there, I took a break and went to school, but I just, I couldn't get away from the music. It was just like I didn't see myself doing anything but that. I knew that I had an entrepreneurial spirit, but I always knew that music would be the platform for that.
Right.
So,
And look at you doing it now, Miss Rock Nation. Period. How would you explain the transition between now and I guess like you said, when you were 16, 17, locking into it? Like, how would you explain the transition? Because you have a few singles out right now. I'm like Yum Yum, the Nasty Song, right? Big Old Bag. You got you out right now. So how would you say the transition has been, you know, in your artistry from 16 up until now?
Well, definitely like a culture change, because when I was 16, I was still in New York. So, you know, the music and the whole culture is a little bit different. I moved down here to North Carolina, and it was basically like nobody heard of me or knew me, and I had to like start from scratch. So my hustle kind of turned up, because it was like I literally, from everything from like the DJs that I was tapping in with to the studios that I was going to, everything and everybody, like that was a brand new introduction.
Right.
You know, even like men taking me serious, you know, like me going to the studio was way different down here, because it was like, I didn't know nobody like that. So, you know, I take my craft very serious, and I didn't want a whole bunch of niggas coming in my sessions. I would pay extra to lock my studio sessions down so that nobody was allowed in the studio while I was there.
Right.
And then I would do like 10-hour blocks and, you know, just rock out and get whatever projects or whatever I needed to get done. But, you know, the transition, I guess, is just, it's probably the biggest thing with me growing up too. I'm matured. You know what I'm saying? The content, you know, even though it's still the same in a sense, it was a lot different. Like the music that I make now, it's still fun. It's still turn up beat. It's still, you know, but I still drop little jewels in there for people about like starting businesses or not being afraid to level up even when everybody's sleeping on you, or, you know, like, so I'm more conscious about what I'm saying, about the look, you know, everything, you know, I'm more in control.
One of your hardest bars, what you say? You said, tell Alexa to play them niggas that played me. I said, oh shit, yes.
Exactly.
I said, oh, how does it feel to be the first girl on Griselda? Like, that's, you the first lady of Griselda record. That's some crazy shit.
It feels good. I mean, honestly, like, you know, I had other deals on the table, but it was with other, you know, labels that already have female artists. And so with them, for one, it feels like family. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about them, you know, being on a funniness or nothing like that, because I've known them 10+ years. And then on top of that, I kind of just, I'm able to adapt to men, and my target audience have been predominantly men throughout my whole career. So it really wasn't that big of a transition, or like, you know, like, oh yeah, I gotta rap. Like, if anything, I feel like how I felt when I first started coming around and rapping with them. It was more or less like, okay, I can't come with no foo-foo, like, cause they gonna check me and they gonna let it be known, like, no, you need to come harder, or you need to, you know, say this like this, whatever the case may be. Like, they not gonna let me split at all.
You miss motherfucking Caesar, period. You know?
Exactly. Like, they helped create that monster, because I really had no other female artists when I first came in, like, and started rapping to compare myself to. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only person that was like pretty much I was like Nicki and stuff like that. But it's like in my hood and my culture, like, I was pretty much the only female that was like acknowledged with Buff City. So I couldn't, you know, like, I didn't have the luxury of saying like, oh, I want to sound like her, or I want to take inspiration. Like, my inspiration came from, you know, the old heads, like, you know, Legends, Kim, Roxy, you know what I'm saying? Like, Missy, like, all of that. So, you know, and even Nicki, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was inspired by her hustle, you know what I'm saying? So I think with me, I don't want to be known as just like no hot female rapper. Like, I always wanted to be the best. So, you know, when it came to rapping with them, I be trying to out rap them, like, not no female.
Now you have that like your you know, your reputation precedes you now, because it's like now you're not gonna be remembered as that hot female rapper. You're gonna be remembered as that first girl rapper on Griselda record.
Right, from like Griselda, yeah.
It's completely fucking different. And like, just speaking of that, like, I know you said like most of your audience is men, and me as like a journalist too, like I'm into rap. So naturally, men gravitate. So I will say, like, my experience hasn't been too hard so far in the industry, but like, have you had any mishaps or, you know, any like, you know, have you ever felt uncomfortable in a situation just as a woman in a male dominated industry? Because it happens, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it happens every day. I've been through a lot of different situations from, um, just guys trying you, you know what I'm saying? They'll slide in a DM or in an email, like on some, I fuck with the movement type vibe, but then, it really be something else.
Yeah,
Or, I've even had deals on the table with certain labels and them fell through because I didn't go. And it's just like, more or less than anything, you have to stand firm in what you believe in. I mean, a lot of girls can easily get whatever they want with dealing with the man or whatever. That's, our gift, but it's also a curse if you want to be, respected and remembered and, deemed as whatever you're doing and taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? Versus you just having to fuck your way to the top or deal with such and such or whatever to get there. That's just not the route that I'm trying to take. I don't knock nobody for doing it, but I just, I know me, I want to leave a legacy and I want to show people after me that, with hard work and grinding, it may take you a little longer, but you'll get there.
You'll get there. You gotta keep going. Because, I mean, the thing about progress is if you don't do anything, you won't see anything. If you do something, at least you did something. So,
exactly.
I mean, yeah. And, like, what are some tips that you have for female rappers coming behind you? Because I'm like 10, 15 years from now, how you said who you looked up to, like, they're going to be like Armani Caesar, Megan Thee Stallion, da 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 da. Like, so, how do you, real rap? Like, so, what is a tip that you would give?
I would just say don't listen to nobody. Like, do your own research. I'm very big on challenging what I hear. And sometimes they bite me in the ass, but a lot of times it's been working out for me because a lot of people will tell you not to do certain things because they're scared because of their past failures and they'll try to project them onto you.
Right.
And so me, I'm the only child, so I'm already used to like thinking on my own and just being a leader. And I think that has brought me as far as I've gone, like doing your research. Don't just take anybody's word for it. That even if they have good intentions, you just want to be well versed in whatever you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be music, whether it be journalism, whether it be, anything. You want to make sure that you know your craft in and out. So can't nobody tell you about nothing because, especially with these contracts and stuff like that, you've seen it with the cash dolls and, even with Meg now going through it with her past management team. You know what I'm saying? Those little things that we as women take people's word for that they're just trying to have our best interest at heart.
Right,
but,
like just having a nurturing nature.
Yeah, we just have a nurturing and, nurturing nature. And we trust easily and believe people easily, and we can be a lot of times naive to situations. And this rap game, especially, is full with wolves. You know what I'm saying? I feel like make yourself pop. A lot of people will come into my DMs and ask me to like, oh, listen to this, or a lot of people sleep on me. I don't have enough followers and this, that, and the third. And that's not important. At the end of the day, like you need to work hard until the people that you want to see you see you. You know what I'm saying? And that just comes from hard work. You can get a cosign. Yeah. It only takes one person. It's been a lot of people that knew that I was hot for a long time or would give me props in private and DM me and stuff, but they would never like or share my stuff in public. You know what I'm saying? And these is multi, platinum artists that we talking or big execs or whatever that watch my story every day, even still to this day, and don't and don't support. And I'm cool with that because I know that they see me and I know that I'm doing something right. So now that just puts the battery in my back to just go harder,
Yeah. So do you have anything new coming?
Yes, I'm dropping 2 projects. I'm gonna do one for the Griselda fans and I'm gonna do one for my original fans or whatever. And The first one is called Money Moves. I'm gonna drop the name. Well, Wes is gonna drop the name for the Griselda project or whatever, because he's executive producing that one. And lots of visuals coming. Outside is opening back up. I feel a little bit more comfortable moving and shaking.
I'm outside right now.
So yeah, like I was shook. So I just started like coming back outside, but I just got a lot of visuals coming, and I don't really like to talk about things. I like to just show. So in the meantime, between time, just stream Caesar Palace, stream Pretty Girls Get Played Too. 1990 Seeds is still out. It's a lot of things that people haven't heard yet from me, and they look like, where can I find your stuff or whatever. So I like to shout those out. And then I still got the boutique, keeping all the ladies that is coming outside with the drip this summer. So yeah,
I'm going to look for that link. ASAP. Okay.
Yes.
But tell us where to keep up with you, like on Instagram, yada yada. Even Armani's Closet. Give us all that info.
Armani's Closet. The Instagram is Armani_Closet. My Instagram is Armani Caesar, ARMANICAESAR. They can also follow me in my music and the boutique on ArmaniCaesar.com. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on Twitter. My YouTube. We getting video edited right now. I'm gonna start dropping more YouTube vlogs. Armani Caesar TV. Yeah, we live. We outside.
Make sure you heard that last one. Armani Caesar TV. Okay.
Yes. Go stream all of them videos. Run it up.
All right, but like she said, follow her at Armani Caesar. Follow me at Alanna Milan and withHipHopSince1987. And thank you for talking to us. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Stay tuned for this interview, guys. Wash your hands right now.
Yes.
Bye, Armani.
Bye.